Good morning, students. Today is March 26th. We continue our extended spring break due to the coronavirus pandemic. Today we're going to do mainly something fun, but we're also going to review some topics we've done in class already this year. We're going to talk briefly about the 5 freedoms of animal well-being. We're also going to talk a little bit about animal handling. All of that will revolve around a bracket tournament that I have created. Since March Madness NCAA is not happening, I need to fill that void in my life. And so what I have done is compiled the top 18 live animal mascots that universities and colleges have around the country. Meaning, if a school has a live animal that they use as their mascot for maybe a football game or a basketball game, they are included in this. Today I'm joined by a special guest. This is my brother-in-law, Logan. He was studying abroad in Australia, but due to the coronavirus, he had to come back to the United States. He is going to lend some insight about some animal care, handling, his insight on sports, as well as a very unique opportunity he has coming up at Colorado State University in the fall. So let's get started with our 5 animal freedoms. This should be nothing new to you students. The 5 freedoms, starting off with hunger and thirst, making sure that our animals have food and water access at all times, making sure it's the right food and it's also clean water. The next one is freedom from discomfort. This has to do with the living environment that we create as humans for the animals. The third one is freedom from pain, injury, or disease. This has to do with preventative measures that we can do as humans to help negate the chances of these happening, or if they do, what do we do as a response? The fourth thing is freedom to express normal behavior. So this is how the animals operate and act when they're inside their enclosure or wherever they are living. This is actually very important for zoos, as well as those of us in livestock production. The last one is freedom from fear and distress. So this is what we as humans cause to the animal, as well as maybe what animals could experience interacting with other animals in an enclosure. All 5 of these things we as humans can do to help make sure our animals have a proper well-being. The first school we're going to start off with is North Alabama. Are you excited about doing this today?
Let's do it.
So North Alabama actually has 2 lions that live at their university. They have a 12,000 square foot habitat that costs $1.3 million. I don't know who you asked for a $1.3 million lion enclosure.
I know if I asked for that, I'd probably be denied.
Yeah. It turns out that the annual maintenance for these lions is $35,000. That's like an annual salary.
I'd also be denied that.
Yeah. The next animal is the LSU tiger, and this is Mike. If you notice the Roman numerals, there is a generation or turnover from these animals. They do die of natural causes eventually, so they always replace them. Well, what do you think about the LSU tiger here, Logan?
Oh, he's pretty cool, and I think you might have told me this before. Isn't the tradition at LSU at football games, they actually place the tiger right outside the locker room of the opposing team, correct?
Yes, yeah, that's true.
That is terrifying.
Can you imagine to walk out to play a football game and you see a live tiger? I mean, that's crazier than the Hawkeyes having a pink locker room. I think that's a little bit more.
Don't tell your wife that.
No, I won't. This enclosure costs $3 million, so I don't know. Do you think you'd get the money for that somehow?
I think I could scrape some of it up, donate some blood.
Yeah. The next animal is the Baylor bear, named Judge Sue Lady Sloan. This was actually named after the wife of a president at Baylor University.
As the Aussies would say, "Good day, lady," to her. That is how they would greet this fine bear.
From what I understand about the Baylor bear is it has cousins that are the polar bear, the panda bear, and the much-loved koala bear, too.
Oh, that's adorable. You gotta love that.
This is Bevo. This is the University of Texas mascot. It is a longhorn. I won't go into the details of how it was named other than the fact that there were students of an opposing team that after they beat Texas, they took some paint and they wrote the score on the side of Bevo Texas students were upset about this, so they actually took a marker and they scratched it off, and when they were done scratching it off, it actually looked like the word Bevo. And that's how they named it.
Now that's interesting. And now it's on him permanently, because I don't know if you guys can see this here, but he actually has his name on his harness there right over his nose. So it's not going anywhere now.
No, it's not. He's stuck with it. The next school is Colorado. So you're somewhat familiar with this school, Logan.
Yeah, so Colorado, the Buffalo, we play them once a year, and it's always a great rivalry game, even though they have kicked our butts the past few years. But that's besides the point. We go down to actually Mile High Stadium in Denver for this game, and it's really exciting because every year they take this Buffalo, as you can see here, they run him straight across the field. They got a few handlers around him, and they make this big tunnel just to run him down. It's quite the experience, and I can't say I've ever seen anything like it, to be honest.
I can't imagine what it'd be like to run next to a buffalo. They probably
my
weigh
goodness.
more than 2,000 pounds. At school, we're used to working with sheep and goats and pigs and chickens, but can you imagine just running down a football field with a live buffalo?
And actually, fun fact, all of these guys here, they're not like professionals either. A lot of these guys are student volunteers that are doing this, that are running with him. So they're brave guys, I can tell you that.
Interesting. So the Colorado buffalo, her name is actually Ralphie. Yes, Ralphie is the name of a female buffalo at the University of Colorado. That'd be in Boulder? Is that where it is?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, Boulder.
All right. The next one,
yes.
I'm pretty biased, but this is my favorite mascot so far. This is from University of California, Santa Cruz. This is the banana slug. This was actually done on a student request back in 1986. They don't bring a live slug to the games because they're very small. But they do have someone that dresses up in a slug-like costume.
And then they start doing this.
Yeah.
If you ask me, this is the dark horse for the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know what seed the slug came in, but yeah, we might see some great things.
Oh, yeah.
The USC Trojans, they actually have a horse that the Trojan rides out on. Its name is Traveler. And it's actually a pretty horse. There's a whole team that's devoted to just the care of that horse. It travels to a lot of games, from what I understand. That'd be interesting to see. Army. Turns out that all of the military schools, Air Force, Army, and Navy, all have animal mascots.
That's fascinating.
Live animal mascots. Army has mules. They have a team of 2 mules. I don't know what their names are, but that's, what is that? It's a cross between a horse and...
I think that's Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with it. That sounds about right. It's, a horse and a donkey? Is that what it is?
Yeah. That sounds right.
The next one is University of Oklahoma. They have their schooner, which is the name of the structure, but the 2 horses that pull it, they're named Boomer and Sooner. And Logan, you have some insight on what happened to the schooner this last football season.
So I don't know how many of you guys are big football fans, but this past football season, what they do here is they run these guys out, they run them a lap around the field to get the crowd pumped up and everything. Well, this time they ran out, and the horses were, I don't know if it was this guy or not, but they turned too sharp, and actually the wagon went tipping and flying over. Luckily, nobody was really hurt, from my understanding. Especially the horses. The horses were fine, thank God. But that is an issue that they were trying to remedy here for the past football season.
As we look at our 5 freedoms, one thing to keep in mind is the one where it says freedom from fear and distress. So just imagine if you are an animal, you have maybe someone riding you or walking or running next to you, and you come into a football stadium of 15, 20,000 plus people. That there might be some fear associated with that. But these trainers, these college students spend a lot of time working with the animals to get them acclimated to this fear-type situation. I don't know if you can see him, but we are joined today by my golden retriever, Bo. He's hanging out and helping.
Oh, yeah.
Logan, do you want to take this slide?
Yeah, so obviously from Colorado State, we have Cam the Ram. He's a Rambouillet type of ram. And actually, I didn't know this, but Kevin gave me some insight on this. Cam was actually named because Colorado State wanted to go off Colorado Ag and Mechanical. So that's where they got CAM, which Cam.
Interesting.
I found that very interesting. And actually, I am very lucky because this coming year, my junior year at CSU,
Yeah.
I will actually be a ram handler that is responsible for taking care of Cam and running him across the football fields, more importantly. But Cam, as Kevin was talking about, Cam is going to need, or all animals that are used in these types of situations, they need constant care. Actually, there's a lot of training involved with Cam too that we're going to have to take care of, so he's used to that environment you were talking about.
Okay.
But yeah, we're just going to be socializing him. I'll be watching him, which that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'll be taking him around in his nice little trailer that's, I don't even know how to describe that thing. It's nicer than my room at home, I'm pretty sure. But he'll be traveling everywhere. He'll be attending many events, and I'm really excited to get started with that opportunity and be able to showcase Cam to all those who love him around Colorado State.
Yeah. As we talk about the 5 freedoms further, one of them has to do with the environment that they live in, and I think you were telling me that the trailer has air conditioning.
Correct.
In it.
And it's literally, if you think about the couch that you guys sit on at home, that's like what Cam's sleeping on. Like most animals are sleeping on straw and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's sleeping like on a bed almost. It's pretty crazy, like the amount they pamper him.
That's amazing.
I'm really excited to honestly ride in that trailer and see how that is.
And maybe we'll see you on TV at a football game.
You might.
Yeah.
They have to make that first though.
Yeah. Isn't it? They have to score a touchdown before you can run across the field.
That sounds about right.
The next one, staying with our sheep family, we have North Carolina, and they actually had a ram as well. But the interesting thing about this is they paint the horns of their ram before every football game. They give them this, I don't know what shade of blue, the sky blue.
Powder blue? Is that the right?
Yeah. Interesting.
I should bring this up to the people at CSU. Paint Cam some gold, or maybe some pumpkin orange, since that's technically the school
That
colors.
would be, yes.
That would be great.
You will start a movement.
Yes, let's do it.
The next one is Navy. Navy, another military school. They have a goat, actually, named Bill. This tradition started back in 1904. Now, the goat itself is not, over 100 plus years old. They've had multiple goats throughout the year. Looks like they put tape on the goat as well as a nice blanket. Maybe that's a security blanket. I don't know.
Hey, everyone needs one.
This is Uga from the University of Georgia, so that's how they got the name Uga. Uga is an English bulldog. Logan, what local school to Des Moines has a bulldog as a mascot?
That would be Drake, if I'm not mistaken.
That is true. Drake has a bulldog for a mascot. Actually, every year they have a bulldog show where people from all over the state in the Midwest bring bulldogs, and they select the top dog to be the mascot. Yeah.
I like it. And actually, this is a pretty brave. I don't know if it was this dog in particular, but he stared down the Texas Longhorn, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true. Yeah. I think it was during a college playoff game, which I think is interesting. If we get back to the original uses of animals, I mean, literally bulldog, it's in the name. This dog was bred to fight off bulls or to move them.
Yeah.
So it was literally doing what it was bred to do, but just on national TV.
That's impressive. I'm not going to lie.
But look at that face, though. How do you not love that?
That's adorable. Oh, that's even more adorable.
I would fall under huge scrutiny from one of my colleagues, the marine biology teacher at Central Campus, Dr. Berard. He is a alumni of Texas A&M. If I did not talk about Reveille, I think I might, hear something from him. But he's probably not going to watch this video anyway. So, Reveille, I thought it was maybe a collie or a sheltie, kind of like Lassie. Turns out Reveille is a crossbred, so multiple breeds involved. But look at that hair on it. My goodness.
That has to take a lot of work.
Yeah.
Gotta use shampoo and conditioner. Oh man.
That's more than Head and Shoulders.
Oh.
The next one is staying with the dogs, our canine four-legged friends. We have from the University of Tennessee. This is Smokey. Smokey is a blue tick coonhound.
Ooh.
So
okay.
Yeah, for those of you that like to hunt, this is probably a breed that'd be used for hunting.
He would be your dog, that's for sure.
I like that, Smokey. Arkansas. Now, Arkansas, are they in the same conference or do they just play Colorado State?
They play us every year. They are actually not in the same conference. They're technically our big game because they're in I believe they're in the SEC.
Okay.
But we beat them my freshman year, and that was quite a big deal at the time.
Yeah.
Little did we know they're actually worse than Colorado State.
Oh man,
that's impressive.
interesting.
But we do play them once a year, and I've actually seen this boar. He's quite the sight to see. I can tell you that.
So this boar, he's a Russian boar, and his name is Tusk. I think they did a lot of thinking and probably some group thought.
That's definitely fitting.
Yeah. The next one from South Carolina, they are the Gamecocks, and they actually have this rooster whose name is Sir Big Spur. I did some reading on this. It turns out there was a family that raised these Gamecocks near the campus of South Carolina, and I don't know how they worked it out, but they just started bringing this one Gamecock to South Carolina games, and so now they have a live mascot.
Sir Big Spur. That might be the winner. If we did this just purely off names.
Yeah.
Right there. I think that would be my winner.
Yeah. I think that would definitely beat Tusk.
Oh yeah.
The next one is Auburn. They have what's called a War Eagle. I was unhappy to find out that their big rival Alabama does not have a live animal. Yeah, can you imagine that?
That would be. Think about that thing running across the field. Oh.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
University would have to have like more insurance or something like that.
Probably.
So that completes our top 18 schools. Here are some honorable mentions that I want to bring up before we get into our bracket. One of them is, I believe it's your favorite breed of dog, Logan. The
German Shepherds, the NC State German Shepherd.
Yeah.
Those are definitely my favorite breed of dog. Although Bo would probably be upset with me because UMBC, the Golden Retrievers.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys actually watched the March Madness. Was that 2 years ago?
I think so. Yeah,
they were the Cinderella team of that tournament.
They were.
That was pretty great.
They were.
That was pretty great. Not gonna lie.
So moving along into our bracket, we have put all 18 teams in here, and we're gonna go game by game and declare a winner. So Logan, do you want to take this first matchup between Baylor and Texas A&M? Who do you got?
For me, it's hard to beat a bear versus dog. For me, I gotta go Baylor on this one.
So what we're looking at as we do these matchups, first of all, our guesses are highly uneducated. Our opinions are highly biased.
Oh yeah.
We're not looking at what animals would win in a fight because that's animal cruelty, animal fighting is kind of illegal.
Yeah. When I mean bear versus dog, I mean I'm just a big fan of bears in general.
That's true.
And to me, they're as a wild animal, they're more intriguing because we have dogs all the time. So
that's true.
I don't want to pit one against the other.
So we've got the Baylor Bears winning that matchup. The next one we've got
the Tigers.
We got the LSU Tigers. Finally, we've got between Arkansas and Baylor. Who do you like in that? You got Baylor in that.
Yeah, I got Baylor in that one. So I still got to roll with my Bears.
Okay. Sorry about the technical difficulties. The next one is between Auburn and the Santa Cruz Slugs.
Oh.
That's an 8-9 seed.
I gotta go Santa Cruz on that one. You know.
The next one is we've got Colorado, the Buffalo Ralphie.
Yeah.
Against the two horses of Oklahoma. Who do you like in that matchup?
You know, that Buffalo's he's pretty reliable. He hasn't thrown anyone off a carriage. He hasn't run over anybody. I gotta go with the Buffalo on this one.
All right. The next one we have North Alabama and North Carolina. That's two Lions versus a Ram. Let's see who we have in this matchup. I don't remember.
I believe we chose North Alabama, the two Lions on that.
North Alabama. The next one we've got Tennessee versus LSU. So that's a dog and a lion.
For me, the Tigers in this one. Putting a tiger in front of your opponent's locker room. To me as a former athlete, that is insane. I have to go LSU.
All right. The next one we have, this is actually a real game that transpires. It's the Navy-Army game. But we're not too concerned about the sports aspect. We care about the animals here.
Fact.
So we have a goat versus two mules. From what I understand is Navy has been beating the crap out of Army in real life sports.
Yes, they were ranked last year, I believe.
So we're gonna go with Army on this one. We're gonna have an upset from real life.
Okay.
But two mules I think are pretty cool compared to one goat. This next one, this actually, as you just talked about a minute or two, this happened in real life, Georgia versus Texas. Who do you have in this matchup, Logan?
That one, I'm pretty sure we took on Texas in that one.
I think we did too. I'll skip forward to these in a second. This is really testing our memory of what we did.
Yeah. And this one, I can't speak to this next one. I can't.
Like I said earlier, we are highly biased.
Biased.
As we make these decisions. So, also, I'm a Notre Dame fan, and I don't like USC. So I'm going to have to go with Colorado State winning this matchup. So let's see how we fared in the first round.
Yeah. LSU, and then I think Army. Texas, yep, that's what and then CSU.
And Colorado State, there we go.
See, in real life, CSU would not make it this far. They would lose their first game.
Yeah, no. They probably lose to the YMCA flag football team.
Oh, God, that would be... I'm pretty sure that actually happened once.
Yeah. The next one we have Baylor versus University of California, Santa Cruz. This is our sleeper pick.
Yeah.
Still, the Slugs.
Oh, yeah.
The Banana Slugs. I believe we have... we got Santa Cruz going on with that one. Colorado versus Alabama. Who do you like in that matchup, Logan?
Colorado versus Alabama. North Alabama.
Yep.
I've seen the Buffalo in action. I've seen him running through the field, and I tell you, he gets off a thrill that you just can't match. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo on that one.
All right. So we've got let's see, would that be that would be a very close 4-5 matchup?
Yes.
So hopefully your bracket is not busted, but of course none of you are keeping track of this.
I hope you're all enjoying this though, because I know we sure are.
The next matchup we have is LSU versus Army.
Ooh. I gotta go with my Tigers still, I think, on this one.
You just like that intimidation factor.
Dude, that intimidation, you have no idea how much that plays into the minds of
I
people.
would imagine. I just ran cross country, so I have no. The next one is Texas versus Colorado State.
I abstained from this one as well.
Went with Colorado State in this one. Just our bias continues. Even though Texas is a Big 12 school, we went against them.
We go. You as an Iowa State fan must like that though.
Yeah, it's all right.
Putting it to Texas every now and then.
Yeah, when we can.
All
right, so
Final four.
We've got Santa Cruz Slugs versus Colorado Buffalo. Logan, who do you like in this matchup?
Oh, I really like those Slugs, but I gotta go with the Buffalo.
All right, we're sticking with the Buffalo in that matchup. Texas versus Colorado State. Who do you like in this matchup here? Let me see who we picked.
CSU.
We had CSU in that one. So we've got LSU, CSU. I believe we went with LSU in that matchup.
I believe we did too because I'm sorry, but the Tigers versus Cam. I love Cam, I do, but I have to go with the Tigers on this one. They were my pick from the beginning.
All right, and our championship game will be Colorado versus LSU. Who do you got in this one, Logan?
I think, for me, those Tigers, they take it all the way. That intimidation factor, although getting run over by Buffalo is also terrifying.
Yeah, that would hurt.
But I feel like when it comes down to it, for me, the LSU Tigers national champs, they must be doing something right.
Yeah.
So I gotta go with the LSU Tigers as my champion.
All right, awesome. Well, hey, we hope that you enjoyed this. We certainly enjoyed spending the 45 minutes we took to prepare this lesson. Students, if you could go on to Canvas now, I have some follow-up questions for you relating to the 5 animal freedoms and best care of animals. Please answer that for next week's assignment. We will talk to you later. From all of us here in my basement to Bo, who's playing with his toys. We will talk to you later.
Nice. You think Bo